Now you take a single example like Sayajirao Gaekwad of Baroda. He challenges so many ideas we have about what it means to be a prince, right? This is a boy who at the age of 12 is picked up from a farm near Nasik, where he's just an ordinary kid, can't even read and write. But he's a distant relative of the royal family in Baroda, where there's a succession crisis. So they come here, pick up this 12-year-old and park him on the throne saying, you're the next Maharaja of Baroda. Illiterate boy. Suddenly he has to start acting like a Maharaja. He's bombarded with lessons in English and like values and democracy and whatnot. And of course, loyalty to the Raj, because that's the biggest lesson the British give any prince, that you must be extremely loyal to the empire. Turns out that when he gets power, he's not very loyal to the empire. He's the one who, in the main, funded Dadabhai Nauroji's election. He's the one who, despite the British telling the Maharajas in the late 1880s itself not to fund the Congress, in 1900, Curzon finds evidence that this man has still been giving money to the Congress party. The Maharajas are funding even regional organizations like the Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, the Deccan Education Society, which ran Ferguson College, and Ferguson College attracted a lot of revolutionaries who like to shoot British people. So when the Maharajas are going and putting money in a revolutionary factory, obviously the British know what's going on here. So you put pressure on me from here, I will put pressure on you from there. That's essentially what these Rajas were doing. And Sayajirao Gaekwad's, I suppose the favorite story I have is that it turns out that he was allowing a lot of anti-British propaganda to be published in Baroda. So the British would find that bomb manuals were being published and sent to Bengal and so on. And once Bombay police raided Baroda and found 2 places where they were printing this propaganda, turns out it was a book. On the cover it said vegetable medicines, but then you open the book and it turns out it's a bomb manual. And they pin down the Maharaja and say, look, we've caught you with a gun and you're now in trouble. Maharaja, without sort of losing his composure, says, before we come to the question of the bomb manuals or whatever, on whose authority have you entered Baroda to conduct the raid? Legally, I am the sovereign of Baroda, so Bombay police has no right to enter my territory till I give permission. So this whole case collapses because your evidence was collected the wrong way. And then the British say, okay, fine, we can't do anything to the Maharaja. At least the officials who are in charge of these districts, they have to be sacked. Maharaja doesn't sack them. In fact, he sort of demotes one of them. The other chooses to resign, and Maharaja gives him a 10,000 rupee present, which is again making a statement saying, under British pressure, I may be forced to let you go, but here I am, giving you money to make sure that the people know that I'm actually on your side.
Subscribe to Sarmaya and be a part of the stories and conversations around art, history, and culture.